6:45 on your Thursday morning. Time now for Ask the Pediatrician with Dr. Steve Turkovich, the Chief Medical Officer at Oishei Children's Hospital. Thanks so much for being with us back here again this morning. Let's talk a couple of different questions here. We've been getting some questions about elderberry syrup in particular. This is something that's more holistic and perhaps natural. Do you know what this actually is, what's in it, and how this could help?
So elderberries is one of the many things out there that people claim will help the immune system and help people feel healthy. It's not really studied like most herbs are not studied to the rigor that medications are.
Sure.
So I always caution people to take those claims with a grain of salt because you're really not quite sure. The other thing to think about is when you buy those natural supplements, they're not regulated by the FDA. So when you're buying them, there's no guarantee that you're actually getting what they say is in there and into the quantity that they say is in there. So you always want to be cautious.
So do you recommend going with more holistic remedies, or do you want them to go to the doctor and perhaps get a medication?
Well, I always stick with the basics. If you really want to boost your immune system and be healthy, one of the most important things is sleep, making sure you get adequate sleep as well as quality sleep.
Sure.
A good healthy diet, especially with kids going to school, don't forget breakfast, that's really important, and exercise. Okay,
so one question that they were having about this is, does it really work in building immunity? And your answer to that probably is, we're not sure.
It may. A healthy diet, it's a fruit type thing, so it may help a little bit, but there's no real evidence that it actually does.
Now, what about vitamins? Because a lot of parents are waking up. I remember taking as a kid prescription vitamins, and other kids are getting, the Flintstones or the gummies. What do you suggest?
They can't hurt if you have a small vitamin once a day. The best way to get vitamins, though, is through a balanced diet. So if you want to do that, that's the best way to do, but supplementing it with a Flintstone vitamin or a gummy vitamin certainly doesn't hurt.
And what do you recommend in terms of dosage? Just whatever's on the bottle, or?
Yeah, usually whatever, 1 or 2 is usually what you take.
So talk to me about what you're seeing so far in terms of people coming into the hospital at Oishei Children's Hospital. It's back to school season. Are we seeing anything in particular?
Well, my own kids have been sick, so there seems to be a virus going around that's causing some really high fevers, and really nothing more. Maybe a little headache, maybe a little sore throat, but mostly fevers for 3 to 4 days, and some of them are really high, up to 104, 105 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you recommend coming into the hospital at that point?
Well, I recommend if the kids are not managing the fever well, meaning they're becoming dehydrated because they're not eating or drinking, they're becoming really lethargic, but otherwise you just symptom manage that with fluids and Tylenol and Motrin.
I'm hoping your kids feel better soon. Steve, thank you so much for being with us. Of course, if you have a back-to-school health question for Dr. Turkovich, you can send it our way on our WKBW Facebook page or email it to newsroom@wkbw.com. Back to you guys.
I like your